Aquarius ascendant. So, what are Aquarius ascendants like? Aquarius is the second sign of Saturn, and it's also Mool Trikona sign of Saturn. So, let us look into the characteristics of Aquarius ascendants. Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. It is also a philosophical sign and a scientific sign. So they have these kind of temperaments. Primarily, an Aquarius ascendant, he prefers solitude, is a visionary and meditative. Aquarians can have marital discord and or sexual difficulties. They are humanitarians. They can create charitable institutes, real estate, welfare of masses. One thing that can happen with them is that the humanitarian efforts sometimes are not accepted by the society. They are considered strangers and outsiders sometimes. They have a philosophical nature, but this nature is an internal trap for them, which they must try to break out. So these people can get into a philosophical boundary, an imaginary boundary they create for themselves uh, based on the philosophical thinking, and that actually holds them back to succeed, to move ahead. This is exactly the way the horizon limits the vision of the sky. So, since the horizon exists, that means the sky ends at the horizon. Sky is beyond that. Similarly, they have to understand that the philosophical thinking is the boundaries created by the philosophical thinking are not the ultimate boundaries, and they can be broken. There can be elements of illness, especially specifically illness which are undiagnosable, perpetual, or accidents, or they can have a medical career in such kind of area where the illness is undiagnosable or incurable, like AIDS, cancer. That is where they also can get into humanitarian works. They are also connected with modern form of energy. So electricians at a normal level, but at a very extreme level, that can be nuclear scientists, experts in gravitation, uh, knowledge gatherers. So they love knowledge. Why? Because Venus is the owner of fourth and the ninth house, and fourth house is considered very often the house of education, and ninth house as the house of higher education. So since education is being represented twice by the same planet, the features will blend, and Venus in the education becomes a significant factor. In fact, Venus itself is a significator of education. So, knowledge gathering is a very prominent feature in them. Further, Saturn is exalted in the ninth house, Libra. So, Saturn is getting exalted in the house of knowledge. So, in Capricorn, Saturn was exalted in the house of work, career. Now it is getting exalted in the house of knowledge. They're more interested in scientific pursuits instead of spiritual, because both Saturn and Venus are practical and materialistic planets. They are more of a scientist. They are not spiritual gurus or metaphysical philosophers. They are practical, down to earth, and very scientific. The interest areas could be in science, medicine, or things that are durable, long lasting, or difficult to solve, or cure, which are long term cures. That kind of a thing would be typical of Aquarius. And career progression for Aquarius is faster than that of Capricorns. Social circle and friends. So the 11th house is the natural house of Aquarius. Natural. So Aquarius have a natural affinity. This it's actually the 11th house coming to the first house. So they have the social circle and house of friends coming to the first house. Also, Jupiter is the Bhavakaraka of 11th, is the ruler of the 11th house, adding to the factor that they have a society and social trends. They might have some idiosyncrasies which they hide from social society to keep a secret. So the secrecy comes from the fact that the other house, the 10th, the Capricorn sign is in 12th house. 12th house is for secrets, things that are not known. So that is where they may keep a lot of secrets inside themselves. First celebrity is Audrey Hepburn. So she was a film and fashion icon, uh, ranked by the American Film Institute as the third greatest female screen legend from the classical Hollywood cinema, and was inducted into the International Best Dressed Hall of Fame list. Now, she was into Hollywood, but she did a lot of humanitarian work. So during the war, that is World War II, Hepburn studied ballet at Arnhem Conservatory, and by 1944 she performed ballet to raise money to support the Dutch resistance. Hepburn devoted much of her time to UNICEF, to which she had contributed since 1954. Between 88 and 92, she worked in some of the poorest communities of Africa, South America, and Asia. September 1992, Hepburn developed abdominal pain while initial medical tests in Switzerland, uh, and had inconclusive results. So we have this illness coming up which is undiagnosable or incurable. A laparoscopy performed at the Cedar Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles in early November revealed a rare form of abdominal cancer belonging to a group of cancers known as pseudomyxoma peritone. So this is because of the Aquarius illness. Look at the personality George Clooney, American actor, filmmaker known for his work in both blockbuster independent films. He has received numerous accolades, including two Academy Awards, a British Academy Film Award, and four Golden Globe Awards. We look at his humanitarian work. Clooney is involved with Not on Our Watch project, an organization that focuses global attention on resources to stop and prevent mass atrocities. On August 7, 2020, George and Emma Clooney donated $100,000 to three Lebanese charities after the capital Beirut was left devastated by a deadly explosion. Clooney rose to fame when he played Doctor Doug Ross alongside Anthony Edwards, Julia Margulies, and Noah Weil on the hit NBC medical drama ER from 1994 to 1999. Now, this is again, a poetic relation that is coming up with medicine. So he's working in ER emergency room, medical drama, and that is was actually picking George Clooney's career up. So this is also an interesting thing that this medicine part is coming into his life in a different way. Now they are lonely people. So Clooney kept a pig for 18 years until he died in 2006. He jokingly referred to his name was Max and jokingly referred to Max as the longest relationship he had ever had. They have issues in marital issues and sometimes sexual difficulties, and they're loners, so they prefer to stay alone. So this is also something is that has come up in Clooney's characteristic. So this was about Aquarius ascendant.